Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk. What's up? Big Herc 916, getting down with Fresh Out. Man, I guess, people in the workplace have just lost all sense of control and expressing themselves sexually in private. Some of these professionals are just all out. Now, this dude right here, he left little to the imagination. This dude is walking around butt naked during office hours with his PP out, man, at work. He's a doctor. He's walking back and forth between the offices butt naked, man, in Arkansas. Check this out.
According to board documents, this video was taken in 2019 at Diffenay Family Practice in Blytheville. In it, Dr. David Diffenay can be seen walking around naked, including in the hallway between patient rooms. Another video clip sent in shows him in the receptionist area walking around 3 women and performing a sex act directly in front of one of the women. The clip ends with him ejaculating on her. According to the documents we received, not only did the woman work in Diffenay's office as a lab tech for another company, she was one of his patients. According to the person who sent the board the videos, this all happened during business hours. They also claimed Diffenay used his, quote, position of power, sexual grooming, salary increases to groom employees and patients into repulsive acts.
Now, this guy, man, what was he on, man? What was he on thinking he could just walk around like that, man, with his wee-wee out, man? And there be no consequences. This shit is crazy, man. Some of these people, man, in positions, I guess he felt like the women weren't going to do anything since they maybe, being employees or feeling like, because he was a doctor, he can get away with it. I mean, this dude was off the chains. I couldn't fathom, some woman telling me that, at the doctor's office, the guy's walking around, and then they said that he, did some public sexual act, man. He, relieved himself, man, at the office in this other video.
With the Arkansas Medical Foundation wrote, quote, the pervasive behavior leads to concerns about a sexual compulsive disorder of paraphilia, which may in fact cross boundaries with his delivery of medical care. An investigator with the Arkansas Department of Health interviewed Dr. Diffenay in September. According to the report from that interview, Dr. Diffenay was informed there were video clips of his actions. Dr. Diffenay said, quote, I don't know anything about that at all. I'd have to see those things to have any idea.
He does his thing publicly, gets off on just, I guess, the exploitedness of the act itself, and then act like it's no big thing. I mean, I guess he's not tripping off of his license being suspended or being revoked or just going to jail for like assault. You can't just go and let off on, somebody, gun him down in public, you know what I mean? And think that that's assault, man. You guys don't know that's assault when if you gun somebody down in public and that is, you know what I'm talking about, That's assault, man. You can't do that. You can get charged with assault. That's releasing bodily fluids on somebody, man. That's illegal, man. That's not, bro, that's not legal. In prison, they call it gunning them down. They got dudes that used to time their showers in prison to watch the female guards on a tier. And sometimes they would get that female guard and she would make eye contact, and they call it the cold stare. He would stare up out the shower and she would stare down in the shower. And the showers would be these little doors, that kind of go like this, that go back and forth. So the dude would go up in there. He would try to time it to where there was nobody else in there, because some of these showers had, 3 or 4 shower heads. So it'd be multiple dudes. But this, if the guy could get in there and time it, he'd be in there and he would gun her down. Gun her down, man. They call them in prison, they call them the gunners. This dude's a gunner on the street. And you can legally, you're on the street, you can go and get you a female to go somewhere private and you don't have to gun her down. This dude's gunning them down at the medical office, man. This is a medical office gunner. A doctor who went through school for years to get licensed, he's gunning them down at work, man. Cold move. See, he's not even discreet about the gunning. He's butt naked. They had some other gunners in prison. They would cut holes in their pants pockets, and they would work in the kitchen. They'd try to work in places where there was female staff, and the kitchen was usually a female staff member. And, they would let the female be, pulling out food or doing something, instructing something, and they would cut their pocket out in their pants, and they would go to town, and they would gun her down inside their pants leg. Yeah, and that would be their their claim to fame. And those guys are getting charged with assault. If the female catch them, gunning her down, they would push the deuces. They would run up in there, the COs, slam the dude down. He'd have all kind of, discharge on his leg and on his hand. And yeah, man, he would go to the hole. But they call those guys the gunners, They got another term, I think they call them tree jumpers too. Dudes who, basically jump down, gotcha. Tree jumpers. They got some cold terms for the dudes in prison, man. These guys, man, gunning them down, man. And this guy right here, he's right in that category, a cold gunner, the marksman. They call this dude, he's the sniper. This guy, he called this guy he was more like a gunnery, because he was on the top like he was in a Hummer. He just, he didn't even care. Walking around, cheeks out, pee out, man. This shit is crazy, man. Arkansas. What made him think he wasn't going to get caught? Cameras everywhere in those places, man. This dude, man. This is crazy, man. But I know people like this. These guys, they got them in prison. They're the mad gunners, and they got them on the street. You see that little bum on the side of the street. He looking at the women walking by. He's a cold gunner, and this guy is a gunner too. So, you gunners out there, that's assault. You get caught. But leave a comment, share the channel. Let me know what you guys think about this mad gunner right here. This old Arkansas doctor. Big hurt.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in.
I'm Big Hurt, and I have over a decade of experience in the prison system. Yeah, I've done a lot of time, made a lot of stupid mistakes, but that's why I'm here with you today, educating you on the Mastermind program by Fresh Out. See, they don't give you a manual when you go to jail on how to survive. They don't tell you how to go take a shower, where to sit at when you go to chow, what to do when you have mail call, how to handle your commissary. See, we cover that and a multitude of other topics that are very important, because if you do the wrong thing, you can get your damn wig split. We have over 100 million views as of date on our YouTube channel, but we've put and condensed all this knowledge into this Mastermind program so that you can provide your client with a winning chance. Do yourself a favor and your client a favor and sign them up for our program so they don't have to get their wig split and they can make it out alive. With Fresh Out Ministries, we're doing a new program where we're doing a takeover of a mom-pop cafe or restaurant, and we're doing a pay it forward. So we're gonna offer free meals at this particular restaurant or cafe, mom-pop, for a certain amount of time, and we are asking that you make a donation to pay it forward so that we can continue doing this program for other mom-pop restaurants and cafes, because we know that it's hard times out here. You have a lot of people that talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And so we're actually walking the walk. We've been doing it for over 11 years on social media. We've been getting shadow banned. We've been getting demonetized. So we want to give back, and this is our way of giving back to helping everybody through these trying times with this economy. You know, a lot of churches, they got $100 billion, and you don't see them out here helping the people who are in times of need, but they're still taking in the form of donations. But how's it helping the community? We want to build a community sense where we help each other, we can all overcome. You can't sit around waiting for somebody to save you. You got to save yourself. And this is the way you do it. So by us being able to do these takeovers with Fresh Out Ministries, with the mom-pop restaurants and cafes, we want to be able to film, talk to you guys, get your feedback on what's going on right now in society. Hopefully you guys find it in your heart to donate. This donation, which is a pay it forward, will allow us to do other mom-pops around the country eventually. But right now we're going to be in Southern California and Los Angeles, Orange County. So hey, reach out to your local businesses there. And if you are out of town in another area and you would like us to come there, if you provide the necessary means, we will come there also and do the same pay it forward. But right now, hey, if you're in locally in Los Angeles, Orange County, hit us up, freshoutseries@gmail.com. You can also make a donation on our link tree on our Instagram at Fresh Out Series. We look forward to seeing you guys.